In the post-match interview following the Connah's Quay Nomads game, you said you were disappointed. A couple of days later, Monday afternoon, what's the post-mortem?
Yeah, certainly still disappointed, but looking forward to the games that are coming up. I think it's great that we've got a game tomorrow night against Caernarfon at home. So yeah, we certainly were disappointed. I think the result speaks for itself there in such a big game. We obviously watched the game back as we normally do and picked the bones out of it really with the players. So we gave a lot of feedback to them. They were disappointed themselves as well. The players know there's a lot of experienced guys in that changing room, in that dressing room, and they know on the areas that they need to improve in, and we all need to improve in ourselves.
You also said on the pitch that there would be changes for the Caernarfon game. Was that based on the result and the performance that evening, or were changes planned anyway?
Yeah, both, to be fair. I think both. I think when we have a performance like that, I think no one's probably safe in that team to keep their spot. But I think also as well with these tight runner games coming up, we've played Saturday, Tuesday for a few weeks now. There's a few bodies that not necessarily need resting, but that are struggling a little bit physically. So we'll need to make a couple of changes and take a few out and see how we get the balance with that moving forward for Tuesday and to Saturday and beyond.
And of course you have to be realistic as well as confident. So it is true to say that TNS is down. However, down but not out. There are 5 cup finals all coming up. And based on goal difference, if we win all of those games, the reality is that we will win the title.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, it's we wanted to come into these 10 games and win every single game. That was the idea, although the targets that we'd set ourselves. We wanted to be on the front foot and aim to win all those games you need to when you're playing for this football club. That doesn't change at all. We've had a setback last week. We need to react to that well on Tuesday night, and it starts there. We're not thinking ahead to Saturday or beyond. When we play Connah's Quay again, we're thinking to Caernarfon tomorrow night and very much focused on that game, and that's the first step by getting back on track and getting ourselves forward. So yeah, you're right, if you win those 5 games then good things will happen, but we need to make sure we win that first one, which is the next one on Tuesday first.
And historically, whenever the New Saints has lost a game, inevitably the club has bounced back in style. And it goes without saying that's what you will be expecting tomorrow night here at Park Hall.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it's about the performance for us first and foremost here. So we need to do the things that's got us success in the last few games, get back to keeping clean sheets and really being hard to beat from a defensive side of view from the whole team, from the forwards all the way through. And if we can get back to that, then I feel like we'll have a good enough quality in the team to be able to create and score goals in this game and moving forward. So yeah, we will be looking for a reaction and hopefully get one tomorrow.
And Caernarfon are on a very poor run of form themselves, the worst in the league. 34 points separating them from TNS, with a goal difference swing of 81. As we know, there are no easy games and it's all about respect to the opponent, but nevertheless, that's as good as it gets in terms of the opportunity to bounce back.
Well, what I would say is we had a very tough game against them on that Tuesday night. We went down there. We won 2-0 and it might have looked like a comfortable victory, keeping a clean sheet and scoring 2 goals. But I think it took us to the 65th minute to score there, and they were very hard to break down. We didn't work the keeper enough on that occasion, and I know that was away from home on a smaller pitch, but we'll have to work hard to create and score and break them down for sure. They're very well organised last time and played their system very well and were highly competitive and tough to beat. Once we got that first goal, I thought we could then go on and win the game, but I think getting that first goal will be key tomorrow night, and we want to try and get that early, of course, but I agree with you. There's certainly not any easy games so far that we've had, and I think tomorrow will be a really tough test.
And finally, in reference to the fact that there will be changes, what's the availability of players to you?
Yeah, we've still got obviously the long-term injury of Dean, who's out with that one. We've got probably 2 or 3 little niggly small injuries that are in the camp at the moment, so we might have to have a look at them. It won't be a case of resting players, but it'll be a case of seeing who's fit and available, really. So we've trained today. We're going to do a little bit more tomorrow in the morning and see how we are from there, and then see who's fit and available for that game.